Hello everyone, this is Earth and welcome back again, and today we have some questions of your class 12 chapter 1, and this is solid state, and this is the first chapter of chemistry. And actually in this video I am going to cover 5 questions of exercise, and the rest of the questions I will cover in the next lecture. So starting with the first question in your NCERT, let's open your NCERT and come in your exercise. The first question is that define the term of amorphous, give a few examples of amorphous solid. And we all know that, guys, what is amorphous, and we have already studied in the previous video, and I hope you watched my previous videos. We all know that what is the type of solid. There are two types of solid. First is amorphous and second is crystalline. And the first question is that define what is amorphous, and I hope you know about the amorphous, but let's see my magic. So here is the definition of amorphous solid. So solid in which the constituent particles are most regular, organized in the definite lattice pattern. In such arrangement, in a regular periodic repeating pattern is observed one short range order only. So this is the definition of amorphous, and we hope you understand that what actually mean amorphous. So let me tell you that some examples of amorphous solid, because in the questions have given the example, we have to take some examples of amorphous solid. And we all know that what is the example of amorphous solid. The first is we can say plastics, even we can say polymers, and second is glass. Yes, this is an example of amorphous solid. So let me tell you that here I am writing. The first is polymer and glass, right? In the polymer there are 3 types, and for the plastics, third is rubber, right? In the plastic, PVC, polythene, and in the fiber, nylon, and the rubber we can say. So this is an example of amorphous solid. So as you can see, the polymers, in the polymers there are 3 types of plastic, fibers, rubbers, and in the plastic, PVC, polymers we can say, and fibers, nylon, rubbers, and in the rubbers it could be buns as well, right? So and the second is glass. We all know that what is glass. This is the meaning of कांच, मतलब जो हम लोग use करते हैं in the. और by the way मैं बता दूँ आप लोगों को, most of the people are not about the what is quartz. So you can see in my watch. So as you can see, this is a type of in a glass. It's not a glass, it's a quartz, right? And a quartz is a amorphous, not it's a crystalline. So this is a made up of, what is made up of? It's a made up by quartz, right? So I hope you understand that this is not a glass. So glass is amorphous and quartz is crystalline. So I hope you understand. This is the definition of, and let's let down in your copy. So let's move ahead the next question. The next question is, what makes a glass different from a solid such as quartz? Could quartz be converted into a glass? This is more important for your exam point of view. So let me tell you that the first questions is that what makes different from a solid such as a quartz, right? So we all know that. So let me tell you. So we all know that what is the chemical formula of quartz, and the second is glass, right? So we all know that what is the chemical formula of quartz. So it is the SiO4 minus 4, right? And the chemical formula of glass is same as it is, right? And we all know that quartz is a crystalline solid, right? Quartz is a crystalline solid. But glass is amorphous. How it is different from quartz? So let me tell you that in the next time. Let me tell you, glass is also glass is amorphous, right? So we all know that what is the repetition of a quartz. So repetition of a quartz is long range order. But in the glass, we all know that the repetition of a glass is short range order. This is the main reason of what makes a glass different from a solid such as a quartz, right? So actually the repetition of a quartz is long range order, but in a glass we all know the repetition of a glass is short range order. That's why this is the main difference. And the second question is, could quartz be converted into glass? So we all know that. So here I am writing, we all know that, we know quartz is a crystalline, right? Quartz is a crystalline solid, right? When we heat up, when we melt it, then it's become a melted quartz, right? It's become a melted quartz, and then rapidly cool. Then we will rapidly cool it, then it will be convert into a glass. And we all know that what is a glass? Glass is an amorphous solid. So yeah, amorphous solid. So we can say that yes, we can convert it into a glass, So right, so this is the main process. How can we convert into quartz into a glass? This is the main process that when we all know that what is a quartz is a crystalline solid, and when we melted it, then it will be converted into melted quartz, right? When we rapidly cool it, then it will be converted into a glass. And we all know that what is glass? A glass is amorphous solid. So yes, we can say yes, we can convert into a glass. So I hope you understand that this is the questions of your exam, and this is more important for your exam point of view. So please note down it, and let's move the next question. So this is the third question of exercise, is that the classify each of the following solid as ionic, metallic, molecular, network as and or amorphous, right? So and network we can also say covalent, right? You have already studied about it. So I think there are 12 solids, right? The first is tetra P4O10 inside the book, and we all know that this is a crystalline. The two type of solids, right? The first is crystalline and the second is amorphous, right? Amorphous. In the crystalline there are 4 types. The first is ionic, right? And the second is covalent, and third is molecular, and the fourth is metallic, right? Metallic. So as you can see in your screen, right, there are total 12 solids. So this is example of your ionic, covalent, molecular, and metallic, right? So the first is ionic, NH4 example, and we all know that what is amorphous. So amorphous is a solid which is pseudo solid, we can say. So yes, the example of amorphous is plastic, and as you can see in your screen, so the plastic. So this is 2 easy questions in your text, in your exercise. So I hope you have understand that. Let's move ahead the 4th question. This is the 4 questions of your exercise, is what is the mean of coordination number, and the second question is what is the coordination number of atoms CCP and BCC, right? But first of all, I am going to definition of coordination number, right? So we all know that what is coordination number. So let me tell you here. Coordination number in a crystal is found by the counting of neighboring atom is called coordination number. Right? So this is the definition of coordination number, is that the coordination, what do you mean by the coordination number, right? So coordination number is a crystal is found by the containing of neighboring atoms is called coordination number. And I hope you understand what is the meaning of this definition. And the second question is that what is the number of coordination of atoms in the BCC I hope you understand what is CCP. CCP is, it means the cubic closed packet, right? And in the BC, body centered cubic cell. So this is the coordination of numbers of CCP is, coordination number of CCP is CCP is 12, and the BCC of coordination number of BCC is 8. So this is the answer of your questions of your text question is that what do you mean with the coordination number, and I hope you understand. And the CCP and the coordination of CCP is 12, and the BCC of coordination number of BCC is 8. So yes, definitely you have to remember it. And let's move ahead the 5th question, and this is the last question in this lecture, and the next rest of the questions I will cover in the next topics, I mean next lectures, and I will provide this next lecture at 10 a.m. in the next time, right? So in the next morning. So let's start the next question, I mean 5th question. The next question is, how can you determine the atomic mass of an unknown metal if you know in its density and dimension of its per unit, its unit, explain, right? Last question of this video. So we have a unit cell and unit cell dimension and its density, right? So the number, and here you can see this is a mole, it's a, and it means the mole, right? And we know the formula of mole is M, it means mass, and capital M is molar mass, right? The number of mass by molecular mass, right? And the formula of its number of particles, so N, number of particles in unit cell, right? And Na, it means Avogadro number. I hope you understand. It means the Avogadro number, right? This is a short form of Avogadro. So as you can see, we all know that the formula of mass is density by volume, D by volume. It means D means density, right? And V means volume, right? So we can put here D into V into, and by Avogadro number it means the number of particles, by Avogadro number by the molar mass, right? So atomic number is volume, formula of volume is A cube, right? So we put here at V. So and we know that the number of particles in a unit cell is called Z effect, right? So we put the, this is the formula of atomic number is Z into A cube into, and A it means the Avogadro number by Z effect. Z effect is called, as you can see, number of particles in a unit cell, right? So this is the main formula, and we can easily find out with the help of this formula. This question is so complicated, but you have to practice it, then you can easily find out. So I hope you may like this video. If you like the video, then you can subscribe my channel. I will meet you in the next video. Bye, and keep patient, take care.